If you lose a job search, get a copy of the resume of the person who got the job. Review it and tailor your resume to match it. Harvey Mackay, the author of Use Your Head to Get Your Foot in the Door. Job search secrets no one else will tell you. I'm Abby Adegbuyi. The other day I picked up this book, Use Your Head to Get Your Foot in the Door by Harvey Mackay. And it opened my eyes to some tricks and tips that I just felt I needed to pass on. Particularly in today's economy where so many are in transition, that is from one employment to another. I'd rather call it that than being laid off or unemployed or downsized or any of the other words that's used for just the phasing out of one job and the transitioning into another job. So for so many that are transitioning at this time, I think there's some tips in this book that you could actually use to get a better job, to get your foot in the door. So one of the tips that he shared, and I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of them, one of the tips he shared was that use the resume of the person who got the job to tailor your resume. In today's world, nobody reads resumes. For instance, they advertise a position, you get 2,000 resumes because there are just so many people looking for work. 2,000 resumes, even a panel of 10 cannot sift through those resumes one by one by one. And so what do? They scan the resumes. There are even companies that simply offer scanning services. That's all they do. They just help large corporations to scan the resumes that come in. So what you want to make sure that your resume has there is the buzzwords they're looking for. What's the jargon in the industry? What are the words that are frequently used in association with the job you're seeking? One clue: whatever is on the job description should be on your resume. If they're looking for someone who's competent in recruitment, competent in servicing, competent in quality control, make sure those words appear in your resume, because all the computer that is a scanner thinks is quality control, recruitment, hiring, whatever it is. And so you want to make sure that your resume matches the job description. So in terms of getting a copy of the resume of the person that got the job, that definitely would give you an idea of the type of skills that the employer is looking for. And you look at your resume, not so much as lying, in terms of tailoring or mirroring that resume, but making sure that you don't use different words to mean the same thing. If you have similar experiences, how are you describing those experiences? So make sure that when you look at your resume and that of the person that got the job, they're mirror images, they're comparable. And then putting it forward in the next opportunity, you're sure that yes, you're within what the industry is looking for. Another tip is after many rejections, don't take it personally. Don't internalize. Don't take it as if it's about you. Not in today's world, it's not about you. It's about the economy. Or it's about the employer. Can they really hire? Or what skill set are they looking for? So sure, there is a part for introspection, for reviewing that resume to see exactly if it matches the job description. But don't take rejection so personally that you get all depressed and you don't want to keep sending out your resumes. It's just their loss. It's, hey, make sure that you tailor your resumes to the corporation's needs. And another way to do that, which is another tip he gave in the book, is to ensure that you know the corporation. Don't peddle the same general resume all over the place. Google something up, find out something, read something about the corporation before you tailor your resume to meet the requirements for the job that they are advertising. That way, when the scanner passes your resume, the buzzwords are flying. You get in. You get in, the recruiters look at it and say, this person has done some homework. And it puts you ahead of so many other candidates that just spread their resume around like a virus. You don't want to do that. You want to be thoughtful before you send out your resume, because it does represent you in the world. Another thing is to attend industry meetings or conferences. If your industry is one that has conferences, attend those, particularly if they're free or low cost, or find a way to get in. Sometimes some industries will require volunteers, and if they need volunteers, volunteer. That means you're in the conference. Even if you're working, you're in the conference. And when you have the window of time that you are located to mingle, make sure you network like mad. Because at the end of the day, people do give business to people they know. They employ people they know. And so putting your best face forward, network. Meet with both your colleagues, that is folks that are looking for work like you, or folks on the same level as you, and folks above you. You don't know who knows somebody who would give you a job. So attend industry meetings and mingle, network, and keep a list of your contacts. And that way, when you send your thank you note or when you send an email, you're able to say, oh, we met at this conference and we talked about this. I'm hoping we will follow up on this discussion. And before you know it, you're talking like an insider, which makes it so much easier for them to bring you inside. Another tip I got from it is to use professional sites. Now that's kind of a ready-made conference. Professional sites such as LinkedIn. LinkedIn allows you to build a network of professional contacts. And you have access to your contact, but also to your contacts network. And so that if your contact on LinkedIn wants to recommend you to another, they can easily say, oh, she's one of my contacts on LinkedIn. And immediately that connection can be made. And while you're on there, make sure that you're visible. That is, you have a vibrant and positive presence. You could also use Facebook to a limited extent, or MySpace for the same thing. But make sure that where you are, your virtual presence is positive. It presents an image of a professional. Not the image of me around the slacker and stuff like that. And that's why you need to watch out for support groups. For support groups for those that are laid off or from one job, or for support groups for those that are in the same camp. No. Make sure that you're not just mingling with anybody who wants to moan and groan or gripe and complain. You need to make sure that your image is professional, your image is positive. Another tip I got from the book, Use Your Head to Get Your Foot in the Door, by Harvey Mackay, is a bit flexible. Sure, you're going for the analyst job, but if a quality control expert comes up, why not? What you want is to get your foot in the door, not become the general manager the first day. Although if you're qualified, you definitely should apply for it. But essentially, take the job opening that they believe is best suited for your skills. And when you get in, you can then negotiate to your ideal job. Flexibility is particularly key in today's world. There's so much changes. The days of 40 years in the same place, then you get the watch and you get the plaque and you get the retirement dinner is over. As a result, so many of us, it is said that the average person today would have changed jobs at least 12 times by the time they're 38. That's a different skill set. It requires flexibility. So be flexible. 2 more tips. That way this session is not too long, but I would offer others in another program. Another tip I got is keep up to date. What are the latest trends in your industry? Is everyone learning a particular computer language? Or are they all using a different system? You need to be up to date. Even if in your current industry you hadn't done that, in your former industry rather you hadn't done that, you need to update your skills so you're fresh when you get out there. Above all, don't ever give up pursuing your dreams. Don't internalize, don't make it about you. Just go out there and as professionally as possible, pursue your dreams. For more, visit me on www.abbyadeboye.com or on Facebook.